Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. I know I am very late on this news. I'm probably about a month late by the time this gets uploaded, and, you know, I do apologize for that, but I still wanted to make a video discussing this because if you know me, Aki is one of my favorite girl characters in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! One of my favorite characters in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I have wanted her signature ace monster, Black Rose Dragon, to get an upgrade for probably about 5 years now, and the fact that it is finally happening is incredibly exciting. So if you did miss the news, or maybe you're like me and you do kind of live in a little bit of a bubble when it comes to the card game, Lightning Overdrive is the set that is coming out in the OCG, or actually came out in the OCG, excuse me, on January 16th. It is coming out in North America and Europe in early June, and Lightning Overdrive, which is a set that is including a bunch of different old anime-related archetypes and some non-anime-related archetypes as well in the contents of it, announced that Aki's Black Rose Dragon is getting an upgrade. There's a bunch of new Rose cards we're getting in this set. The spell card Basil Rose Shot, the monster Blood Rose Witch, Witch of the Blood Rose, and the monster Garden Rose Flora, which is a level 5 synchro plant monster. I'll link the whole article down below if you want to read more on this. We also got Rox Rose Dragon, but the card I'm going to be focusing on in this video is the upgrade of Black Rose Dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you Blood Rose Dragon. So first of all, Blood Rose, I don't know what it is about that wording. I thought Black Rose was a really cool kind of play on words, because obviously when you think of rose, you think of something pretty, you think of something natural, you think of something beautiful, and then to have black in front of it, you know, a more dark and in a way sinister sort of word, Black Rose, it just works really well, especially with Aki's character, and Blood Rose has the same exact effect. So I absolutely love the name of this card, and it just looks like a bulkier and bigger version of Black Rose Dragon. And I gotta be honest, this is already one of my favorite synchro monsters. It is, and I knew that if Black Rose Dragon ever got an upgrade, I would immediately love it. And Blood Rose Dragon, the name is amazing. It just, again, looks like a bigger version of Black Rose. It's a level 10 Fire Dragon synchro monster, 3200 attack. So it's got pretty good attack stats, 2400 defense, and here are the effects. You need one tuner and one non-tuner. If this card is synchro summoned, you can banish all cards from the graveyards. Then if this card was synchro summoned using Black Rose Dragon or a plant synchro monster as material, you can destroy all other cards on the field. So that is a pretty good effect. Obviously, when Black Rose gets summoned, it can be used as just a nuke to blow up the entire field. Blood Rose has basically the same effect as long as it was synchroed using Black Rose or a plant synchro. The difference is Blood Rose does not get destroyed by the effect. I'm pretty sure that when Black Rose gets its effect off, it gets destroyed as well, so it nukes the whole field, including itself. Blood Rose does not get destroyed using the effect, which makes sense. It's an upgraded version of Black Rose. It's almost like Blood Rose symbolizes its ability in being able to learn its power a little better and control its power a little better, much like Aki's journey throughout 5Ds. And so finally, when you get to this upgraded version of Black Rose, not only can it still destroy all the cards on the field, but it can protect itself at the same time. So I love the symbolism there. And the second effect is a direct reference to Stardust Dragon's effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card, as a quick effect, you can tribute this card, negate the activation, and then special summon one Black Rose Dragon from your extra deck or graveyard. Of course, Stardust Dragon has pretty much the same effect. The only difference is during the end phase, you can special summon Stardust Dragon from your graveyard, so you're not immediately summoning a Black Rose Dragon from the field, or, excuse me, you're not immediately summoning a Stardust Dragon from your grave, so the effect here is a little better because you don't have to wait until your end phase to get Black Rose back onto the field, and you can still negate an activation, so it's a really cool reference there to Stardust Dragon, and this card is just so Aki. Not only does the first effect represent this dragon's ability to control its power a little better, which is the same thing that happened to Aki on her journey in 5Ds, but the second effect is a direct reference to Stardust Dragon, and the one character that had such an influence on Aki was, of course, Yusei Fudo, so it makes sense that this final boss monster of hers is inspired by Yusei's Stardust, and controls its power a little better than Black Rose. The card does take its name from Aki's D-Wheel / Dual Runner, Bloody Kiss. But all in all, guys, this is an incredible upgrade. It's an upgrade that I have wanted to see for years, and about 10 years later, we finally got it. How amazing would it have been? And of course, you know I got to put a little anime twist on it. Aki has an amazing moment at the end of the Sherry versus Aki and Crow duel in 5Ds where she's able to prevent the entire, structure of the building from collapsing on Sherry. She's able to finally use her psychic powers for healing, which kind of leads her on the path to becoming a doctor. And I think even Crow makes the comment like, maybe your true power is your ability to heal and not hurt. And it seems like Aki was able to get her power finally fully under control in that duel. How incredible would it have been if instead of Black Rose Dragon being the monster on the field that did that, it was Blood Rose Dragon instead? Obviously, it's 10 years too late. It's not like this card was released 6 months after the show ended, but it would be amazing to kind of have seen this monster animated, and it would have been amazing to see this be Aki's final big summoning in that duel against Sherry. I think it would have just been really, really iconic. But better late than never. And even though we're never going to see this card animated, we can only imagine. And that would have been a perfect spot for it. I mean, you can feel free to agree or disagree down below. But I feel like Blood Rose Dragon was made to be in that spot where Aki finally gets her powers under control, saves Sherry, and gets her final big win. I mean, that's her final duel of the show. But it is a shame that, of course, this card came out 10 years later. And, it's just me being a nerd and wanting to put an anime spin on it. But Blood Rose Dragon and all these Rose cards, super, super sick. I am definitely going to be getting Lightning Overdrive, and I am definitely going to be trying to pull a Blood Rose Dragon. So guys, let me know all your thoughts on Aki's new plant monsters. I'm sorry that I'm so late. I had to take January off for some personal reasons, and I always take January off usually anyway, just to kind of give myself a nice reset into the new year. But I promise I will be back with daily content, not just Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's stuff. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. Excited to hear all your thoughts on Aki's Blood Rose down below. And a special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons, Horace Maye, Goosey Q, Panther J, Blue Maiden 28, Jarrett Buller, and Aura Dragon, and to my Diamond tier patrons, Jesse Wood, Latrell Smith, and Anime Kaput, and to my Egyptian God tier patrons, XZ's Lover 104, Pegasus Seiya, and Stella Sky. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon, and thank you to everyone who's a YouTube channel member. Without you guys, I would not be able to do this. I stream over on Twitch. If you're interested in that, definitely click the link below. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.